the comic book show. It's the comic book.
Welcome to the Comic Book Show, which happens here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. PST here on Twin Galaxies Live. We have gathered an all-star cast of comic book experts. You're about to say something.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. I was like, and then I continued. Okay, and then we'll do a cut. And then this is where we gather an all-star cast of comic book experts from around the web, different podcasts, different web series, different walks of life. I don't know why I said that.
Keep talking.
More words.
To bring you comic book news, reviews, updates, previews, all that sexy stuff you like about comic books every week so that you stay informed. Okay. We're going to do quick introductions after I say this. This show is about you. The chat is blown up super big right there. There's no way we can ignore it. So we're going to bring in your comments about what's happening here into the show, throughout the show.
Like this. Hello, MK Ultra. Nice to see you. Also, Marvel Comic Man and Ken L. Thomas. Thank you.
But not for Everplayer, because my name is Mar.
Oh, Mar.
So you get nothing for Everplayer.
Nope. For Everplayer, you win a gold star for the night because he is now Mar. Mar of Hiscox.
Mar of Hiscox. Hailing from the land of Hiscox.
I want more Hiscox.
Ooh, now we changed name to Mar. We're going to do quick introductions and then get right into it. Because I believe a movie came out this week that people care about or something.
Nah.
Whoa. Hold your tongue, Guru.
Oh, what's up, Kurgari?
Kurgari, hey! To my right is Mr. Matthew Hiscox. You may know him from such things as Batman Death Wish, a viral dramatic Batman short that hit the interwebs one more time. That hit the interwebs and currently has about 1.5 million hits, something like that.
Keeps going.
Keeps going.
People like the bat nipples. People like the bat nipples.
Congratulations, Mar.
Thank you. How are you doing on the 1 million to save your thing?
We're not there yet.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
Wes isn't here. I have to throw out the barbs. Somebody's got to do it.
He's also my partner in crime on a project called Batsuit, which is a music video you can watch right now. No, not right now, in 2 hours when the show is over.
Yep.
Who are you? I am Jennifer Zhang. That's Adam Rady.
Wow.
I'm Jennifer Zhang. You know me from such things as here, the Infinite Crisis Experience, which happens here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. PST. And also, I am in the Batsuit music video, dancing and stuff. To my left is Mr. Benjamin Dunn.
Hello.
You know him from such things as Nerd Turns on the Nerdist,
Yes.
and also the new thing, Saving Throw.
Saving Throw, which will be dropping next month in September. And I also am on a music video as well, a little thing called Tacky by Weird Al.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am in that.
Yeah?
Yeah, if
That's
you blink, you'll miss me.
awesome.
But if you can find me, go to facebook.com/rankercomics and like the page, and you'll get a free Xbox, maybe.
Now I'm nervous.
Maybe.
Because you're famous now, and it makes me nervous.
Hey, I was the dancing double for Jack Black, so...
Heart of
Right,
Tanks
I
is
don't
calling BS.
BS?
Heart of Tanks does not think that you're cool enough to be in a Weird Al video.
Let me look it up.
Bring it up.
Yeah,
He too questions you.
look it up. I am the pink blur as the elevator's going down, so suck it.
Who's the...
MK Ultra, I have lost weight. Depression does that to people, so
Aw.
thank you. I love
Oh,
you all,
can I say
my
one thing
family.
about Weird Al?
What was that?
Apparently there is a petition, people are signing for him to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I actually I signed that petition. We should all sign that petition because he's going to be better than the last 10 acts ever.
Yeah.
I might actually not watch the Puppy Bowl.
To Ben's left is Mr. Lucas Ackerman, who now also works for Ranker.
Yes.
Look at him.
Slowly, everyone will work for Ranker.
He's a working professional and stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's all corporate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sell out.
I know, right?
Just kidding. He's also the head of the movement that is 1 million to save Wolverine and the X-Men. He's a one-man army against things such as cancellation of TV show.
That had been canceled for years.
It could come back.
It
could.
could.
Ben right there.
So,
Good.
make sure you
Yeah,
click...
there's Ben right there.
Yeah.
He freeze framed it.
Nice.
Bingo.
You guys can click on that link. We really hope you do. That Guru bot, who's powered by Guru, has posted, and that'll get you to like 1 million to Save Wolverine and the X-Men, and that movement will be one more person stronger.
And before you go any further, I just gotta say, we are still having that like contest at facebook.com/rankercomics. We're gonna be giving out an Xbox One and some really great merchandise from Meltdown Comics. The drawing's gonna be on August 22nd, so make sure you like it before then. So yeah.
Very good. Make sure you do that, indeed. And
It's not your Xbox One, Adam.
you could win Adam Rady's Xbox One.
He'll include his beard. We'll shave
No.
off the beard and like skin it to the Xbox.
No, it's just an Xbox One that Adam has peed on. He tried to claim it as his own, but he doesn't do that.
And tonight, manning the battle station is Mr. Neostorm X. You can catch him on the Infinite Crisis experience, where he's one of the team members who weathers the drama of that show. Oh, so much drama. He is playing, of course, Infinite Crisis all throughout this entire show. Yes. So make sure you download it so you can play it with him for the next 2 hours, and also every Tuesday. Shall we get right into it?
Sure.
Clearing my
I
throat
just
is
want
my
to point
thing.
out, though, if I ever play, I managed to say the lights are off. I need to practice my blind typing skills, which has 4 T's in it. He was able to get 4 T's in his sentence and get no T's in my name.
That's cool.
Wow.
I just had to vent.
No,
How long were you sitting on that? I don't even see it on the board
About
anymore.
3 minutes. About 3 minutes.
just
It's okay,
accept
Mar.
We're
it,
just
Mar.
proving that you guys are important to us, so keep the chat comments coming because
It's
we love
okay,
to hear
Mar.
from you.
Yeah, just accept your new name, Mar.
Come on, Mar.
Curlia says, "Hi, Greg." Says, "If I win an Xbox One and pledge it to our lounge hosts, does that improve my chances?"
Pledge it to our lounge. What do you mean
As
by
in, like,
pledge it?
Give it to
Donates
us.
it.
Oh,
We already have one here, don't we?
evil.
I could use one. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Greg, don't
Just
buy
kidding,
one.
just
Please
kidding,
don't
just
buy
kidding,
one.
just
I was just
kidding,
making a joke.
Just kidding.
just kidding,
Just kidding.
just
Just
kidding,
kidding.
just kidding.
Speaking of not kidding, we're moving into our first segment of the night, which is the Daily Planet. This is where we fill you guys in on the news from the last week that has movies, video games, comic books, animated films, and whatever else might star comic book news that you would want to hear about and might have otherwise missed. If you guys are looking for news before that, you can dig through our YouTube Live or our Twitch archives to see past episodes as well. And you can join us on our Facebook page, where we're going to start posting more often, and we'd love to hear from you guys.
Wait, we post plenty often on our Facebook page.
No, Lucas
By
posts
we, I
plenty
mean,
often.
right, let me finish.
Wait, don't
By we,
don't let them know it's me that does it.
I mean Lucas.
'Cause sometimes I like bash me.
Just for fun.
Well,
Yeah.
they're gonna
Really
start
funny.
being like, Matt doesn't even know how to do a smiley face. Why is that like plus next to an X? And I'm gonna be like, I thought that's how you do it.
No, it's like plus X-Men.
There you go.
Plus 1
Uh,
for the X-Men. No.
Well, let's go off of MK Ultra's news because he's pointing it out. DC flinched first, moving Batman vs Superman up to March. Yes. Going with this, the news prompt that we have is actually not to be one-upped. DC Comics and Warner Brothers have announced their film schedule because Marvel announced theirs last week. So now Batman vs Superman has moved to March 25th, 2016. So they did back off the release date for Captain America 3. But they've also announced August 5th, 2016, June 23rd, 2017, November 17th, 2017, March 23rd, 2018, July 27th, 2018, April 5th, 2019, June 14th, 2019, April 3rd, 2020, and June 19th, 2020.
Oh, June 14th.
So they've announced 9 additional dates for untitled DC films, which I gotta call, like, what the hell are they
No,
thinking?
straight
Guys,
up
Like,
bullshit.
I can totally make up dates too.
Straight up bullshit. I'll tell you why they did that. Because Marvel released their
Yeah.
list and they actually were able to assign like things to it.
Not
and that's what-
not really.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
They
left blank
also
spots,
like
too.
because all the stuff that's
Untitled.
on there right now is all like fan rumored. Like there's no way that they already know that there's an Inhumans
Right.
movie coming out or
Yeah.
what was the name of the Thor? They actually gave Thor 3 a name.
Fallen
too.
Sun.
No, that's Captain America 3. But that's
Oh.
that actually is pretty much locked as being Fallen Sun.
See, I love DC, but yeah, there's no way there's this many DC movies coming out or actually planned in any form of development.
Also, why
At the same
I don't
time.
understand why Batman v Superman is going to be 2 years. It's already being shot. Like, what's going to take 2 years?
It took forever for Man of Steel too. Like
Yeah,
they pushed that back
Well,
like almost a year,
Yeah,
right?
it did.
Here's my grand hope and my secret desire all at once. I think they're shooting Batman vs Superman and Justice League concurrently, and I think that's why they're staying. They're saying it's 2 years out. We have a long shoot ahead of us. There's a long,
Right.
and they're slowly releasing who's being announced. I think they're going to shoot Batman vs Superman and Justice League simultaneously. And I think the August 5th date in 2016 or the June 23rd in 2017, I think that's going to be Justice League.
I think the June 23rd.
Now, I also know they've been talking about the Justice League Dark Universe movie for a long time, which is the Constantine and that side of things. And we caught up with Benicio del Toro at Comic-Con this year, stating that he was still moving forward with stuff. I think they might meet some of these. I am very hopeful that DC actually has a lot up their sleeve. Whether or not they can pull it off is...
I mean, that's a lot of dates
Yeah, it
for
is.
like 2
Yeah.
properties
Yeah.
that we know of.
Yeah, it is.
Like, what are we gonna get? Like, that's, I'm interested and intrigued.
Maybe some of these are animated films. Moving on.
that could be true.
Yeah, that would do it. Although they said at Comic-Con they're releasing 3 animated films per year.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
Are they actually gonna go to the? Because the last one in the theaters was like,
No, they're not going to theaters.
Okay.
The last one was Mask of the Phantasm.
yeah, I think that was
first,
the
last,
one
and
and only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MK Ultra says it's taking 2 years because they're making Batman v Superman up as they go. That's pretty funny. All right, what news?
What news?
You go. I can't say that name.
Oh, are we just gonna go from the top?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. David Zayas from Dexter has now been added to Gotham's lineup as mobster Sal Maroni. I probably shouldn't have been the one to announce that because I have no idea what those words mean.
Sal Maroni.
Sal Maroni.
Now I'm
Sal
hungry.
Maroni.
I'm hungry now.
Who is Sal Maroni?
You don't want
Mar?
to. If you eat, make sure you don't get Sal Maroni, because then you'll be out of work
That
for
sounds
days.
like
Hey, that was a Jennifer Zing.
sounds like a pasta.
Oh my God.
Sounds like a pasta dish with salmon. Salmon.
It does.
Salmon? Sam?
Yeah.
Jesus. Off the rails.
Yeah. No, we had Sal
Okay, so,
Maroni.
yes.
Gotham City. Okay, go ahead.
Also, I don't know who David Zayas is. I watched all of Dexter, but I have no idea who that is.
I
Can
didn't watch
somebody-
any of Dexter.
To the IMDb's. Anybody? Meanwhile, we'll move on to the next bit of news.
Yes, guys, guess what? The Fantastic Four reboot finished up filming production.
So weird.
Whoop-dee-doo! And its release date is June 19th of next year. We'll wait and see how it goes.
That was
Wow,
very
they
fast.
they slipped that in. Like there
Cranked
was
out.
no buzz.
There's
Yeah, there really wasn't.
like the photo of the thing that we showed last week isn't even like confirmed that that's from the Fantastic Four film.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen any costumes. We haven't seen anything.
I don't
You've
even know who
seen-
the cast is. Didn't they recast it?
Believe
They
it or
should
not,
have.
believe it or not, the first photo of the 4 of them together just got tweeted as the announcement that they finished
Yeah.
shooting.
It's a
Not
selfie.
kidding.
It's a
It's so-
selfie of them.
So is Michael B. Jordan still in
It
Yeah.
it?
is. It's
Yeah.
a Michael B. Jordan selfie with the other 3 of them saying, "We just wrapped shooting." What?
Don't
it still
act
crap
surprised. I
trash?
tweeted
Is
it on the
still-
Twitter.
Don't know.
Did they keep the same director?
I
That
don't
dude-
know.
The Chronicle dude? Mm-hmm. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, the big news that came out this past week that you might have missed, Paul Feig, the director of Bridesmaids, is the prime candidate to direct Ghostbusters 3. Now, wait for it. Hollywood Reporter is claiming that, and I quote this, Ghostbusters 3 will be a reboot focusing on female Ghostbusters.
Boo, boo. I'm, as feministic. I don't even know the word, so apparently I'm not. But I'm as much of a feminist as the next guy. But this is messing with a good thing. I can
So,
say that.
w-
Ghostbusters don't need to be female. I mean, they don't all need to be
It doesn't
female.
need to be rebooted either.
No,
if
it
it's
doesn't.
Kristen Wiig though, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, Kristen Wiig is the female Bill Murray.
Yeah, like she's.
You heard
like,
it here first, folks.
She's the female everything.
But Jen, aren't you happy to see women finally busting through the ectoplasmic ceiling?
You're better than that.
I'm not.
I know. No.
They're not all winners. You get extra points for Jennifer Zing, so we'll let that be
Ectoplasmic ceiling, you guys.
Kennel Thomas, I don't know if this is appropriate, but wrote, "Ho you gonna call?"
Oh.
Yeah, that was decent.
Ghost Boopsters, MK Ultra. This is amazing.
I just had energy
Boobs-
drink go
boob
all the way
busters?
up in my nose.
That's
Thank-
Weird Al's new video.
Thank
Ghost
you.
Boopsters?
No, who
Thank
How
you.
you gonna call?
oh, you're gonna call,
You
yes.
couldn't even do it.
See, the
Thank you for that, Kennel
the
Thomas.
crossing the streams joke will not at all be funny anymore or relevant at all.
What, you guys can't cross streams?
Oh, that'd be
It takes a
all.
little bit of
awkward.
acrobatics. I'll conduct some experiments when I get home, and then I'll let you know.
Oh no.
What other news do we have? Oh no, more girl stuff.
And with that intro, you get to read that
Ah,
one.
You
damn
do.
it. Sony is now planning on releasing a female-led Spider-Man spin-off in 2017. Spider-Woman, Black Cat, Silver Sable. Let us know what you think on our Facebook page.
Link.
Or right here.
There it is. Bam.
It's going to be a Black Cat movie.
I don't know.
I think it will.
Maybe it's just all Mary Jane. It's just like,
Oh.
remember when
Yeah.
they released a Mary Jane comic and it was basically just Archie?
I never read that.
Sounds great.
Where is Spider-Woman's fan base? I've never met a Spider-Woman fan in my entire life.
Spider-Woman had a huge following right after the Skrull War
Yeah.
when she was
She's-
she
she was
was
like the
revealed as being the
Queen of
Skrull Queen,
Skrull.
and it was like
Yep.
everybody was on board with
Yeah,
Spider-Woman
but
at that point.
how long did that fervor last?
About a year and a half.
I did like the Spider-Girl storyline, like that Spider-Girl
Yeah.
comic that was out for a while with the Spanish girl.
But does Sony own Spider-Woman though?
I think they own the
I think they sold the whole
Spider-Man
universe.
universe.
Yeah.
In all
But
of the direct.
Spider-Woman, she's never really been a big
That's
Spider-Man
true.
character.
Spider-Man is Spider-Woman really isn't a Spider-Man character. She's just has because like she can fly and she has all this
Yeah.
like psychic power. Like she's more of a Marvel universe
Yeah.
than Spidey.
And if anything, if it's not with the Avengers, I would then say she would go with the X-Men. 'Cause she's teamed up with the X-Men quite a bit, especially in the 80s. So, I
My
don't
vote's still on
know.
Black Cat though.
I don't know on this.
to
Yeah,
go
it looks
back
like Chad is
a
the
point,
Black Cat.
Ken L. Thomas did say Jane Lynch's Egon. I'm kind of fully on board right now for Ghostbusters 3 to see Jane Lynch's Egon. Shut up, beard.
Gentleman Gamer says we need to burn Hollywood to the ground before they start rebooting stuff like anything Charlie Chaplin, Gone with the Wind, Sound of Music, Wizard of Oz, Swiss Family Robinson. Is nothing sacred anymore?
I mean, they actually have done. If you remember, the Bruce Willis Disney flick called The Kid was a reboot of the Charlie Chaplin film.
And they've done
The
several
Kid.
Wizard of Oz reboots and,
Yeah,
and
they have.
remakes now.
Yeah.
Didn't they do the Scarlet Letter recently?
Eh.
And Swiss Family Robinson was done in space.
Jetsons?
Jetsons.
Wouldn't that be what that is?
All right, so moving on for more news. It looks like a lot of things wrapped this week.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of things wrapped this week. So Terminator Genesis has finished shooting and is scheduled for release July 1st, 2015. I think they also put up a picture today
They did.
of Schwarzenegger sitting in a director's chair.
And we have it for you right here.
That'd be really funny. We're just
Playing
Just
tricks
kidding,
on
Adam.
I just like reading. He went, what?
what? It was also the first time that I realized that they're spelling Genesis like stupid idiots.
Yeah, they are.
Well, it's because it's a system, like a computer
Yeah,
system.
yeah, I get
It's
it.
a system.
Can someone type this into the chat, please? Genifyr. I just want to see.
IF.
I just want to see how my
YR.
name.
She wants
I just
to
want
say
to see how my name
Jennifer.
looks
Oh.
As
spelled like that.
Oh, I'm like, wait, that's not how you. That's
Jennifer?
not how they
That's how
spelled
I'm
it.
changing. That's how I'm spelling my name. From now on.
Genifyr?
Yeah. Just I've been inspired by this title, Genesis. All right.
All right.
What else do we have here?
Well, going along with
Yes.
what else has been wrapped, they wrapped up. Did you say it?
No.
Okay, yeah. So they wrapped up Avengers 2: Age of Ultron, and now Joss Whedon doesn't know what to do with himself. He tweeted a picture.
He's gonna write some more Buffy comics.
Does he write the Buffy comics?
Well, he did. He hasn't written it in a while. More than likely, he'll probably go on because, like, you know, they've been promising Dr. Horrible 2 for a while. So hopefully he'll have some time to do that.
Now
Yeah.
that Neil Patrick Harris has time too.
Yeah, I mean, he's just doing Broadway shows now.
And being awesome. Hosting the best Tonys that have ever been broadcasted, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, if you guys are still holding out for the Justice League X-Men crossover, it will not happen. 20th Century Fox has rescinded its offer to try and purchase Time Warner.
Did they release an official statement?
Yes.
Yes.
I saw it. It said psych.
Yeah. Well, we all knew it was going to happen.
That
but-
was a crap ton of money, you guys.
$80 billion.
80 billion. To wrap your mind around that, that's what Bill Gates has. Like, that's Bill
Yeah.
Gates' net worth is 80 billion. That's the most money that any one person has on the planet. To buy that, yeah, dumb.
You know what
Dumb.
that was? That was like 20th century. You know that dude that walks in the club and flashes his Rolex around? That's what That's what Fox just did. I got one of these. Anyway.
Well, guys, over the weekend, a movie came out that broke a whole bunch of records. Guardians of the Galaxy was expected to make $60 million over the weekend, but it surprised everyone with $94.3 million. It holds the record for the biggest August opening of all time and is the third highest debut of 2014.
Also, to put on top of that, I think I have this percentage right. So I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. I'm going to say it confidently for the tape. On top of that, it is estimated that 44% of the audience was female.
I heard this.
44% of the audience going to see a comic book movie was female.
Fact.
That's huge.
Fact.
Huge.
Because that Chris Pratt is such a looker.
It is.
Is that what it was for?
I think it was for Gamore's butt.
I think it was for Rocket.
It really was.
It really was for
cute.
Rocket.
Yeah, he's fun.
Though, Chris Pratt is nothing to talk about. Let's talk about that girl.
You know, it's funny. Someone really needs to get a massive raise or something for the way this film is marketed. Because it's more or less a franchise that people generally don't know if you're not a comics person. But the marketing had such mass appeal. And
Say that all
Still
over
green.
again.
it's still green.
I
No?
am
I'll say that again. Can you hear me now? Okay. So hopefully somebody got a raise for how that movie was marketed. Because the marketing on that it had such mass appeal, for a franchise that generally people who are outside of the comics realm don't know much about. Like, I don't know I don't know those characters besides Rocket Raccoon, I don't know. But I wanted to get to know them because of the sweet marketing.
I mean, well, $30 million more than expected. That's
Yeah.
It's
huge.
They have like Don Draper behind that shit or something.
Yeah.
It just shows you people want to go have fun at a comic book movie. I'm sick and tired of mopey freaking superheroes. Batman v Superman.
It's okay. We've got Batman and Robin.
Yeah, that was great.
Holy rusted metal, Batman.
What?
It's Batman Forever.
I know, but the line after that is what?
Well, in more Marvel movie news, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld went to Twitter to set the record straight. An R-rated Deadpool film has never been considered, or at least not for many, many years. The current script calls for a PG-13 rating. Fuck that.
Well, he also goes on to say that the requirements for a PG-13 film have changed over the years, so it allows a lot more violence than it was 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
So he gives the example like Wolverine stabs people all the time, but there's no blood. That's what makes it different from an R-rated film.
And there really is not a lot of blood in Deadpool killings. You don't see a lot of gratuitous blood. You see a lot of things getting ripped off.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of gratuitous blood. Plus, you can say shit all you want in PG-13 movies.
Did
Yeah.
you see?
You only get 2 F words.
You only get one.
It
get
used
two
to be
F
only
words.
one.
So
They
make
raised
it
it now?
count.
You get
It's-
2 F words.
It's
Oh.
totally changed now.
I know.
thought
Can
it
I
was
say
one
F
fuck and
word, you
3
guys?
shits.
No, you can say all
fun.
the shit you want.
You could say F word all you want on this broadcast.
You can say fun and fantastic and friendly.
And fantastic.
No,
You're
you
right.
can't say
Jennifer
that.
Zing.
Fuck.
I wasn't
Oh my
sure
God.
what our
Fuck.
guidelines were for
Fuck.
this.
Oh my God!
Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, enough now.
I hope
It
that
really
makes
should
it.
be R-rated.
I hope that makes it with a bunch of beeps. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. So much fun. Fan cunt. Wait, no, we can't say that.
Fan cunt?
We can now.
But can we say fun?
No, it's actually pronounced fun cunt.
Oh.
But can we say fun cuntastic?
Oh my goodness. To go along.
It's not all winners. It's not all winners.
No.
To go along with the Deadpool news that we just gave you, a behind-the-scenes photo leaked of actor Ryan Reynolds on the sets of the test footage for Deadpool, which we have it up for you right there if you want to take a look. So that actually was Ryan Reynolds in the test footage. He did the motion capture for it. So that's just something to put in your noggin to know.
Nice.
So
Fun.
That's it for the news.
So far, guys, it got to go out of frame. It got to go out of frame.
it has to go out of frame.
Yeah, it has to because we have a wide shot.
You know, it's way less convincing when only one of us throws it.
Ben, what did we
Still
say?
can't beat the first
Hey,
one.
let me do it. I'm gonna do it.
There you go. It's out of frame now.
Yeah, it's good. Nicely done.
Moving on to our next segment.
Welcome to the Danger Room.
It's called the X-Mansion.
It's Marvel versus DC, where you get to decide who wins. DC won last week. Let's do it.
Again. Wait, no, we don't want them to do it again.
So, guys, we got Matt and Jennifer representing for Team Dick Club. No, I'm sorry, DC. And we got Ben and me representing for Marvel. So let's do this. What the hell's going on?
I don't know, but I like it.
Okay.
I like the energy.
Too much monster.
Up your nose.
Yes.
It went directly to his brain.
Yes.
Well,
That's the way to do it.
As
So
we
that
won.
that means DC won, so they
presents
get to go
first.
first.
Did you show them the board and everything?
I
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
I held it up.
So guys, before we get started, every round here depends on you. So be very active in your voting. We want to see those votes when each round is over. Also should mention that Dreamworld Comics down in Culver City generously provides us with a very deep discount for us to procure all of these lovely comic books.
Comic book.
We usually do that after the second round, but we can do it now
You
too.
know why? Because we forget the first time.
That's not true.
Well, it is now. Okay. What is happening? It's on.
It's because you
You're
changed
cutting it out.
the spelling of your name.
Jennifer.
on my belt?
Hold it in your hands.
Like a common peasant? I don't want to hold it like a common peasant. All right, sounds good. Do you have anything to go with first?
I have plenty of things to go with, but I think you should lead us off.
Okay, cool. And I shall. Do you have a timer?
I can.
I do have the timer.
I don't know how to use my new phone,
cut.
actually.
You got a new phone?
I did, and
Whip
I don't
it
know
out!
how to use it. I got this, and it's mad at me already, and I don't know how to use it.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
What is it mad about? I had this phone forever. What do you need? What are you
Could've
doing
had
with
it
this?
yeah, exactly,
What are you
right?
doing with this? What are
That
you-
was great. Matt says, I got a new phone. Ben says, I've had it forever.
All right, do you know how to do the timer?
That's my old
I
phone.
still know how to use my old phone.
What did you do? What did you do to this?
I made it. I don't know.
Framing. Yup, lovely. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready when you are.
I don't have.
I am presenting Sinestro number 4, in which this might happen. We'll soon find out. All right, in this, we have a lovely intro to the various yellow lanterns, right? Except what happens next is, it's the Inquisition. Nobody expects the Paling Inquisition. That's right, this is an alien species that is setting out across the universe to wipe out all emotion, which is a problem for the lanterns, as you can imagine, given that each one of them derives its power from different kinds of emotions. In the case of the yellow lanterns, it's fear. So we start out with Sinestro leading the charge against the Inquisition, launched by this alien race. And it's pretty epic because they're completely unfeeling, and yet they use all the lanterns' own powers against them. So here's one succumbing to his own fear. And of course, this comes back around to Sinestro, and we get a look into the very dark heart of his greatest fears. And they are very amusing. For example, here's Hal Jordan being hoisted up and congratulated by all of the other lanterns. He hates that. Also, his daughter totally making out with Hal Jordan, also one of his greatest fears, and of course Hal Jordan leading the Yellow Lanterns into some sort of victory. But
15 seconds.
his power is super strong, and these aliens have nothing on him. And in the very end of this, the book teases. Do I have any more time?
5 seconds.
All right, it's gonna be Hal Jordan versus Sinestro in the next issue. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm always scared when you rip away those post-its that you're gonna rip a page again.
That happened one time.
Yes.
One
too many times.
I love the newest person in the chat.
Big Dick Taker?
Big Dick Taker!
He's not new. He's been here before.
Well, I've never seen a Big Dick Taker, so...
If you haven't seen it, it's new to you.
It's fair enough. We do actually have a lot of new users in here tonight, though. I've seen at least 3 or 4 different names that I didn't recognize. So
I love
Thanks.
Greg's
Shall I?
comment. Well,
You
daughters
shall.
making out with anyone is one of every dad's greatest fears.
Eh.
But all right. So that was round 1. DC presents Sinestro number 4.
And at least you didn't dog-ear the pages.
Post-its. I invented post-its.
Yeah, she was tired
Romy
of
and
us.
Michelle.
She was-
I get it.
She was tired of us yelling at her.
Oh,
for that.
Ramon. Was that an earthquake? No. It's just Ramon.
Ready when you are, Lucas.
I'm ready. So, guys, I got Cyclops number 3 for you guys here. And look at how awesome this cover is, first of all. I just love how fun the book seems. So, in this book, young Cyclops is with Corsair. They're out in space, and instead of, having a father-son bonding time, which is what Cyclops was hoping for, they're actually running away from a bunch of bounty hunters trying to, kill off Corsair because he is the most wanted pirate in the known galaxy. But that may all change in Cyclops' favor because all of a sudden the alarms start blaring on the ship that they're on, and the ship starts to plummet to this unknown planet. Fortunately, though, Corsair is able to maneuver the ship so that they both survive. But in the rubble, Cyclops notices that there is a tracking device in the rubble that was placed on the ship. So Corsair thinks that one of the bounty hunters put it there. That's why all these bounty hunters know where they're at. So as they wait for rescue, Corsair starts shooting up some medicine, and Cyclops calls them out on it, and he's like, yo, what are you doing? Shooting up. And he's like, well, actually, son, this is what I need to survive. Because he explains how he was killed off,
15.
brought back to life, and so forth. But what's really exciting in this book is that he talks about Vulcan in this issue, which I think is foreshadowing for Vulcan's return. Also,
2
Cyclops,
seconds.
Cyclops asks him, why didn't you come back for me and Alex? Get the book and find out.
Yeah! Dad, why did you go out for cigarettes and never come back? Because, son, I'm an intergalactic pirate. Who hasn't heard that excuse, am I right?
Yeah.
Well,
Tale as old as time.
quick little note here. Sorry, Rady. Do you happen to hear the gameplay audio through our mics, which might be a problem for editing?
It's very faint.
It's mixed in. Yes.
We should probably turn it down on that whenever he dies next. Yeah.
I can hear it there, so I can't tell.
Oh, I see.
Well,
No,
guys.
no. I mean through our mics. I mean not back there. I mean like we should actually get it on the machine.
Well,
Turned down on the machine.
Big Dick Taker.
I'll just do it. I'll do it.
I'm just gonna tell you, Big Dick Taker. I'm
Sorry,
gonna.
Neo.
I enjoy.
Before you
May I call you Big Dick
redeploy, I'm
Taker?
gonna turn the volume down.
Big Dick Taker. If it bothers you about his butt chin, just
Both.
think of it as a vagina chin.
Yeah.
Turn
I'm
that
sorry.
brown frown
Oh,
upside
you turned the
down.
volume down on this? Oh, great.
Big
Thanks.
Dick Taker.
Thank you, Neo.
okay. So,
Sorry.
guys, that was the end of volume 1. That was the end of round 1. For round 1, DC presented Sinestro number 4, and Marvel presented Cyclops number...
Trace. Oh,
Number
wait, I'm
3.
sorry. Cyclops number snicked.
So, guys, voting is open whenever our very own guru decides that it is open, which is, I guess, right now. You guys have 1 minute to get your vote in, and as somebody was saying earlier, if you vote incorrectly, that's your one vote. You only get one vote. So type in !vote space DC or !vote space Marvel, and then you can type in !vote space bacon legs or
Shut your mouth, Mar. No one even
or
mentioned it.
!vote
Actually,
space
Matt, it's
Mar.
the last vote that counts.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Okay, well, lesson learned. So just don't misvote, basically. we'll just go with that. You must agree. I agree with you, sir. Good vote.
Wait, voting is already open.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been open.
So we need to start the timer.
Yes.
I just did it.
Big Dick Taker votes DC as well.
Well,
He's a big DC taker.
There's a new one. Abu Drooby.
Hi, Abu Dhabi. That's a
Abu
cute
Drooby,
name.
maybe?
Get your votes in for Marvel.
First time we've seen
DC
you.
sabotage. They put an extra minute on the thing.
No, it's first time we've seen you, and he popped in and voted Marvel. Get out. No, just
Ooh,
kidding.
Chaos Gunner. There's another new one, too. And
chaos.
Diego Bahena 12.
Hey,
There's another new
Diego.
one.
How's it going? You guys have
What
27
Batman-
seconds.
Diego Bahena, what Batman comic should you get? We're getting to it. And I've got a good recommendation this week. So.
Hush.
Or Hush.
You should get Hush.
Yes.
You should always get Hush.
Hush
Always
is a
get
pretty
Hush.
good one.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't present it because it's old evidence, but Hush.
10 seconds left. Get your votes in right now.
Oh, it's just
No.
ah.
secret of your power.
This mic keeps getting caught on
Oh my God! Ow! It's.
That's
oh my
it,
God.
guys. Voting is now closed.
I can actually see it pulling his face.
Yep.
Ow! Just pull it apart. Just
Marvel
pull it.
Comic
Oh,
Man
it's
obviously
really
voted
good.
Marvel.
That's good.
DC takes it with 65%.
Because you added time on the timer.
Nice.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan equals Ryan Reynolds equals CGI mask equals fail.
That made me happy. We won.
We
Which means
did.
we go first in round 2.
And we do.
Would you like to talk about our sponsors?
No, it's at the end of round 2 while voting's open.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, there was a system for that?
There is, yes.
Oh, okay.
There are rules. Apparently, we're making up.
No, you always remind at the same time. So,
Okay.
do you want to go again, or do you want me to go?
I want you to go because I'm tuckered out from that first victory.
Okay.
She needs 15 minutes to recharge.
Well, because the show is about you guys, I had something that I wanted to present, but I'm not going to present it because I want to get to it. So, we'll do that instead.
And
I'm
Go.
ready. Okay, so if you were asking what Batman comic you should check out, Batman Detective Comics Annual number 3 just came out, and it is freaking great. I am stoked at these annuals, and the really, really cool thing is it starts off with a story of Matches Malone beating up on a random guy. And you're like, okay, why is he beating up on this random guy? Well, this random guy ends up being a drug enforcer, but that's not the reason why Batman's beating up on him. This drug enforcer guy is actually trying to help make a sale with the Squid's younger brother. Now, if you guys don't know who these characters are, that's because, believe it or not, this story and all of the current Batman stories are actually a flashback, which is weird because this is the book that reveals that to you. So it's really cool. Turns out that the guy who he's beating up on has been beating up on his kid. This guy's name is Julian, and he's been beating up on his kid. So his kid is abused, and his kid's birthday happens when Batman is fighting crime in an alley down below. The kid asks, "Can I have a Batarang? It's my birthday." And my dad's not here. And you're like, wow, I feel really bad for this kid, and your dad's a drug runner? What the fuck? So Batman goes and beats the crap out of this guy, and he says, maybe next time you should buy a calendar. Alfred asks him, well, what's up? Do you want to talk about this? No, because Julian is Julian Day, who ends up becoming the Calendar Man, which is a really cool reveal for a villain that never really gets its own storyline behind it. Now, on top of that, this tells you what's going on with the Squid, who's the drug runner who's been pushing the drug that's getting people to kill themselves and having problems. So it ties in a lot of the elements from the current continuity and is a phenomenal story, and Batman wears that. Did I get it in? Yeah, I did.
what did he wear?
I couldn't
wanna
see it, but I'm assuming it's lingerie.
It is.
I'm assuming it's
very,
a balloon
very.
animal strategically placed.
It's that.
I was right. No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be really fun.
So Batman became the Juggernaut.
Bitch.
Kinda.
All right.
Well,
Right.
what
Rating?
you got? What you got?
You got.
When you say my name, that often indicates you want me to play something.
It does. Do you have that thingy that I sent you?
Yeah, that one.
You're gonna go with that so early in the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to hold on to it. I want everyone to see my thingy.
If I had monster in my mouth, it would be going in my nose.
if you have my monster in your mouth, might go up your nose.
We're moving forward.
Oh yeah. So before we go, a little movie came out this weekend.
Wait, are we starting the?
I'm not. This is a precursor.
Oh, okay.
It's a precursor. So a little movie came out this weekend. This might be a spoiler. It's not really because it was in the most of this speech was in a trailer already. So go.
We have to stop Ronan.
How? I have a plan. You've got a plan? Yes. First of all, you're copying me from when I said I had a plan.
No, I'm not. People say that all the time. It's not that unique of a thing to say.
Secondly, I don't even believe you have a plan.
I have part of a plan.
What percentage of a plan do you have?
You don't get to ask questions after the nonsense you pulled on Nowhere.
I just saved Quill.
We've already established that you destroying the ship that I'm on is not saving me.
When did we establish?
Like 3 seconds ago!
No, I wasn't listening. I was thinking of something else.
Oh.
She's right. You don't get an opinion. What percentage?
I don't know. 12%.
12%?
That's a fake laugh.
It's real.
Totally fake.
That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life because that is not a plan.
It's barely a concept.
You're taking their side?
I am Groot.
So what? It's better than 11%. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Thank you, Groot. Thank you. See? Groot's the only one of you who has a clue.
And so we are presenting Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, one of the best actual comic book movies that I've seen in a long time because it was super fun, super colorful. Everything they got, it had some issues, but honestly, great movie. Vote Marvel. Yeah.
So, in this second round, we have Detective Comics number
Detective Comics Annual number 2.
and
Guardians of the Galaxy.
voting is now open.
Voting is open now, Ken, so you can vote. Vote Marvel.
Or DC, a better choice.
Is
Or
that
DC?
their slogan now?
DC, a better choice. A better tomorrow. What?
And guys, now that it's the end of the second round,
Oh,
if you guys are ever in the Culver City area, please be sure to swing by Dreamworld Comics. They are a sponsor for the comic book show. You guys can meet Oscar, who's a very cool and nice guy who will be happy to impart his comic book knowledge with you and help you find anything you might be looking for. Unfortunately, Dreamworld doesn't sell online, so you guys won't be able to buy issues from them, but you can follow them or friend them or like them on Facebook. And like I said, if you're ever in the area, get your comics from Dreamworld Comics.
This one too? My alien
Sorry,
last.
Lucas, you were excited about something?
yeah. It was the end of round 2. You were
yes.
talking about Dreamworld Comics.
So you got excited for that. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to pitch in a story of how you one time went to
Band
hang
camp?
out with Oscar and
Oh no.
meet Richard Gere with him. And Oscar's full of crazy, awesome stories.
Nice.
All right, guys, that is it for round 2. Voting is now closed.
Since the votings are
This
now
is a close one.
done, I think that I could tell everyone, thank you. Marvel wins. Beautiful. Wonderful. I love you all. I did tell Matt and Jen that if I presented Guardians of the Galaxy and it lost tonight, I would be quitting the show and going on a trip to find all of you and burn your houses down.
Aww.
So congratulations on keeping your houses.
So you should Kickstarter that project because I would love to see that film. Ben travels around the country and burns your houses down.
That's actually what my Kickstarter is going to be called. I think that it'll fit in the URL.
Yeah.
But
Easy to remember.
Can I just
Rolls off
go?
the tongue.
Can I just go on a little rant before we go on into round snicked? Why? This is like the 20th Marvel film that has come out to theaters. Why are there freaking people leaving when the credits start to roll? How stupid are people who just get up and go? Sometimes I have to yell at people who've been like, sit back down, there's more!
I do see Lucas in my head doing that like for every Marvel
to
film.
be fair, I think most people have seen the movie already. I'm not going to say what the end credits thing is.
It was laying
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, they could easily have walked out.
Well,
They could have easily walked out. It's a fine end credits thing, but it doesn't promote anything.
it's
You know.
So what? What? It doesn't promote anything.
Yeah, it doesn't advance anything. It's not interesting really because they.
That's interesting.
Nah.
A character.
I love the
who-
movie, and I'm just like, eh.
A character.
Cool.
This character who shows up at the very end is. I'm
Someone
sure,
already said it.
I know, but
I timed them out.
Okay.
cool. I'm sure this character is gonna be all over the universe now in the comics, just because of that. Just because of that 3-second scene.
Yeah.
It's
Eh.
gonna spark a whole nother thing for this character.
Hey Jen.
In like 10
Is
years.
that a burp?
There's.
It
gonna be-
was. I had a very, very fragrant garlic
Very,
steak.
very garlic.
Very garlicky steak.
But
Argentinians, man.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
bet that's what you have.
I was trying to fan it in Matt's direction.
But to every human out there, when you go see a Marvel film, stay until the very, very end.
To any human out there, if you go see a movie, stay to the end of the credits. There's a lot of people that
Work very
work
hard.
very hard. And it's the only time you'll ever see their name. Though, if you did see Guardians, there was one section that was all animators, and it took up the whole
yes,
screen.
I saw that.
Like, that's a lot of animators.
I saw that.
Anywho.
Like the.
Now I
like
have to
with
do this.
when the credits roll, it's like really dark.
No, just kidding.
With that one part with all the names, it like brightened up the whole theater.
It sure did.
Yeah.
So Lucas could see the people walking out.
Yes. Sit back down, you fool.
That was it. Hey,
All right, guys. Well, Marvel won round 2, so Marvel presents first at
Yes.
round 3.
Did you want to present?
Right now, it's tied up. DC has one round under their belt, and Marvel has one as well.
Can't
so.
believe you blew your Guardians of the Galaxy
Well,
round 2.
He was tricked by Matt.
Yeah.
No,
He was tricked
no,
by
no,
Matt.
This was a really good
That was
issue.
it was a good issue that, you know, it would have, but it could have, yeah. But it could have, would have.
No, Matt tricked him on purpose.
Total truth to the rumor that Mr. Dunn can't hide his Bennis. Bennis.
And
Ben
guys-
is mightier than the sword.
For those of you who are new here, I'm sorry, Ben, I just have to do one quick one pimp and bit. For those of you who are new here to the comic book show, occasionally we give things out. Tonight is going to be one of those nights. We're going to do a bat signal later on, but it's going to happen after the Infinity Gauntlet, so be sure to stick around for your chance to win free prizes. And yes, I did bring more San Diego swag.
Ooh.
And I see it, and I
Ooh.
kind of want it.
So, San Diego swag. That's the name of the herpes that he picked up in San Diego.
No, Orbital
Put
Lobby,
that
don't
on
Oh,
the video.
no.
All right.
Comic-Con secrets
Can you
revealed.
see me? Am I too low? Can I just do this? Am I too low here? I think I'm good here.
Such a
go.
lag.
You
It's
can
such a
always-
lag.
Here, you
Do
can always.
you?
Oh yeah, you can check your framing there. Yeah. Yep, that works.
I think I'm good.
I
Yeah, I
feel
think I'm
like
good.
we're dominating you, though. You should be dominating us.
So, are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay. I'm going to get up. This is silly. This is silly. All right.
Go.
All right, so Marvel is presenting Deadpool, Dracula's Gauntlet #4. I'm going to just bring out Deadpool because Deadpool is always funny. In fact, you turn the first page, and he uses the word defenestrate. Do you know what defenestrate means? It means to be thrown through a window. He said, Deadpool, the refrigerating defenestrate. I don't know what that means. It's funny, though. So basically, he is Deadpool is tasked with taking this girl he did get married to a few issues ago is actually supposed to be marrying Dracula, so he's taking her there to get married to Dracula, and they get captured by AIM, and then she kicks a lot of their butts, and then a giant robot comes because she's a succubus, so that she can drain people's libido, so they counter that with libidoless artificial life form, who used to be apparently a brain of a bum in New York. I don't get it, whatever. But then there's freaking MODOK! And MODOK is a mental organism designed only for killing, a.k.a. the big-faced guy. And so he's stealing them, taking them to a tractor beam. Deadpool gives them a pineapple, which is actually a grenade, and blows them up, and then they're falling, and then he's like, oh, I can fly. MODOK's like, I can fly. And Deadpool's like, no, you can't, because I'm going to steal your chair. He throws the guy out of his chair, and he's like, uh-oh. You know what? I just realized something amazing. What's that, honey? The chair is also a toilet. What a fun adventure. What a fun adventure, indeed.
3, 2.
What?
Very slow one.
That was a
3,
very
2.
slow one.
What?
If you want to find out more, read Deadpool. In fact, we can give this away as a digital copy later on tonight.
No, we can't.
Deadpool, Dracula's Gauntlet, number 4.
I do like that theme song, even though it is a Marvel
It
theme.
is the #1 ranked cartoon theme
Song of all time. It deserves to be.
Of comic books. Comic book TV theme songs.
It's pretty memorable. All right. So that's what Marvel presented here at the top of round 3. Deadpool, number.
Deadpool, Dracula's Gauntlet, number 4.
All right.
Or
Next
how I like to
story.
say it, Fantastic Four.
I'm not muted, so I am ready to go.
Go.
All right, I am presenting Justice League number 32. Now, admittedly, Justice League was bad for a long time. The Forever Evil thing was kind of long-winded, but guess what? It's back to being phenomenal, and I'm really trying to undersell this because it is great. Superwoman's currently in captivity. She's having a baby, and that's bringing the Chaos Bringer. It's bringing the Destroyer of Worlds to our Earth, our universe. But fortunately, it hasn't arrived yet, so they're thinking of ways to try and stop it. Now, this book introduces the Doom Patrol into the New 52, which is awesome because it's been far too long. The only thing is the Chief has put together a really creepy, messed up version of the Doom Patrol, which is awesome. I just want to show you the creepy fake smile that she's got stuck on her face, which is just really weird. Elastigirl is super creepy, and I love it, actually. Now, on top of that, we've got the new ring bearer from the ring from Earth 2, who's going crazy, destroying a city. Doom Patrol has been called in to try and stop them, and Doom Patrol is debating whether or not they should go after the ring bearer, or if they should allow the ring bearer to continue destroying stuff without saving the civilians who are there. Enter the Justice League, who, of course, does the right thing and tries to save the civilians. But they unfortunately miss about 7 of the civilians, which is exactly the number that the Doom Patrol would have been able to save. So it's the moral dilemma straight off the bat. Now, on top of that, we have Captain Cold being hired by Lex Luthor, but Lex Luthor gets called away because he has seen that the Justice League has resurfaced somewhere else. We have Shazam saying, "Alakazam Shazam!" which is awesome. And then on top of that, we have Lex Luthor facing off with the Chief from the Doom Patrol. I can't tell you more because my time's up, but guys, seriously, Justice League number 32.
I think before we open up voting, there's a lot of people talking about like different theme songs. To be clear, Lucas is referencing a video list that we made at Ranker Comics that's just TV show cartoons based on comic books. So DuckTales wasn't based on comic book, Thundercats wasn't based on comic book, Ninja Turtles was. I think it's like number 3
now, yeah.
Yeah. Ghostbusters, not based on a comic book. You know, but whatever. I like your guys' things.
Yeah, DuckTales is
your
really
boners.
Good
So guys, round 3 has now concluded. Marvel has presented
Deadpool, Dracula's Gauntlet, number 4.
And DC has presented Justice League number 32. Voting is open whenever our very own Guru Randall decides it to be so, which is right now. So voting is now open. 1 minute on the clock.
That's open.
Type in !vote space DC or !vote space Marvel and get your votes in now. Make sure that your vote is correct.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I actually had to count this because I was like, wait a second. I'm like, it's also thwipped. Thwip?
Thwip.
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 That's right. There's no T on that. It's round
There is a T.
thwip.
There's a T at the end.
At the
I mean,
beginning.
at the beginning.
Right. No, thwip. That's what I thought. Snicked or thwip?
Deadpool, Dracula's Toilet. How did SD0 vote? I want to know how he figures it out. Aww, I'm very disappointed.
You can always change it, SD.
I gotta say, I really am pleased with where this series is going.
Well,
I
I'm
think the
pleased
cover is a little bit
with
lame.
this book. I was just flipping through it while you were
but the
talking.
cover's part of the bombshell
and I
stuff,
want to read it.
Yeah, but who cares though? This
There was a lot of
character.
stuff that I
Kind of.
missed in there,
Yeah.
so I apologize to the Deadpool fans.
That's it, guys. Voting is now closed. As we await eagerly. Marvel takes it by 1 vote.
Yay! Yeah! Come on, yeah! I do want what Jackie's thing is Crack-a-Boom.
Yep.
Yes.
What do you
I
want?
think Mars should be Alaka Shazam. Was that what
Yes,
it was?
it was.
I got a Charlie horse.
I think it might have actually been Alacracka Shazam.
Alacracka Shazam.
Alacracka Shazam.
Can you say that like right before you jump on the bed? Like next time you and Mrs. Hiscox
This is Hiscox's mom.
Oh, no. Ooh, this got real weird.
Moving on to round 4. Marvel won round 3. Marvel has won 2 rounds so far. So if they
You can hold on.
we'll do a clean one. We'll do a clean one. Moving on to round 4. Marvel has won 2 rounds now. DC has won 1. So if Marvel wins the next round, that's game over. Marvel takes the week. If DC wins it, we are still in. So if you want to see more hilarious jokes like Matt's mom, you can vote DC.
You called your mom. If in the edit the bad didn't get in, that did. It would have no context. It would just look like you dissed your mom.
Yes.
No offense to Matt's mom.
No, Mar.
She's laughing about it, so no worries. But you guys are up.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know when.
Just framing myself.
Edel, Dav, and Telebro, and Greg are all voting for him on this round.
Crack a Shazam.
Oh, look. I just ate your head.
Okay.
T-E-L-E power.
Getting to some serious things, guys. Ready? Let's go. It's
Boom.
Uncanny X-Men number 24, one of my old favorite TV shows, 24. So in this book, She-Hulk, she's a lawyer. She has Xavier's will, but she can't read it to the X-Men until Cyclops and some of the other listed X-Men are there. Well, Storm's like, I don't really want Cyclops on this property, but I don't know where he's at and how to locate him or how to contact him. But Beast interrupts saying, well, he's at the Weapon X facility. And Storm's like, wait a second, you've known this for how long and you're just now saying this? And Beast was like, I just want Cyclops out of my life. I don't want to have to deal with him anymore. But Wolverine gives him props saying, oh, he picked the last place I would ever look for him. Well, anyway, they go to the Weapon X facility. They surprise Cyclops in his sleep. And Iceman says, what does he say? He says something funny. He says something like, did you purposely put yourself in a jail cell, or was that just, come to be? But anyway, so they're all surprised that they found him, but they all go together back to the X-Men mansion, and She-Hulk starts to read the will, and she goes on to say that I, Xavier, I declare that I am married to my wife, Raven Darkholme. And then
8 seconds.
She says again, Raven Darkholme, Raven Darkholme. Where do I know that name? So Xavier's married to Mystique. Everyone's stunned. Emma starts bursting out laughing. I'm done talking. What the heck?
I know, their 90 seconds go quick.
No, I'm saying what the heck
Oh.
to this revelation.
I do like everything that was going on with Guru. Oh, hold on, I'm muted. Everything that was going on with Guru while you were, presenting was amazing. Amazing.
I did nothing.
All right, so
Odd.
here in round 4. Round 4, Marvel's putting up for your consideration Uncanny X-Men number 24.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We should say number 24, Lucas's old favorite show.
Yeah, it's now Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
So we
You
have
try
to
to
wait
bring it
for.
back now?
What?
What'd you
You
say?
try to bring
1 million to
Breaking
bring back Breaking Bad.
Ooh, that is a hard one.
Let's bring back Breaking Bad. Wow, that is really difficult.
Right? Harder than you would think.
So we have to wait for Uncanny X-Men number Breaking Bad.
All right, what do we got, DC side?
I am ready when you are.
Ready.
Guys, there was a video that was released this week teasing a surprise element to the Gotham series. We talked about it last week, but now there's visual proof. Here's your video. Now, guys, for those of you who are saying you can't have Joker show up in the show, yes, that's true. Joker's not going to show up in the show. They have hinted at the possibility of someone who might someday become the Joker at the show. Evidence to consider. DC presents the new trailer for Gotham.
Welcome to Gotham, bitch.
Kurogari says, damn, I was hoping it would be Jason Ackles. Jensen.
Come on, man.
Oh, all right.
Greg,
Voting is now
Voting
open.
is
Greg,
open.
just so you know, I might take that.
Voting is now.
DC has presented the new trailer for Gotham, and Marvel has presented
Uncanny X-Men number 24. Don't pretend like you forgot what it was.
Honestly, it seemed kind of like... No, you don't want to hear what I was going to say, so...
So
It
you
seems like a
seem
soap
it was
opera.
awesome?
No, it
really
seemed like a
that
soap
idea,
opera to me.
Greg.
It's like, oh, we can't read the will until such and such. It was like,
Oh,
I
that.
tuned out really quick on that. I'm sorry.
Well, I would present more evidence for it, but I will not do that.
We have 30 seconds to get your votes in for DC.
Archerman 19. I didn't
No,
even hear
get your
that.
votes in
That-
for Marvel.
That's really interesting. That Jensen Ackles was almost Star-Lord.
Whoa.
That would have been like
very interesting.
That would have been a really different movie because he is super short.
Has he been in a movie?
He has. My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine. I saw that opening day.
Was it good?
Did you really?
I did.
Did you regret that?
I didn't because it was the first
your
time
votes
that
in
you
now,
saw a horror
Marvel.
movie. It's the
Arms
first time you
over
saw
the hood.
a horror movie in.
Voting is now
3D.
closed, guys.
You know the
What do
best
we
thing
got?
about seeing a horror movie in 3D?
What?
The nudity.
Oh, Marvel takes it again by 1 vote.
Does that mean we win?
That does mean you win.
I just want to say about this book, there is a little bit of action in this book, but it doesn't deal with the X-Men yet. It goes on to say in this book, a holographic image of Xavier, he says, I'm revealing to you my deepest, darkest secret. And that's not that he was married to Mystique.
It was that he is the gay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a secret. I mean, let's be
He was an illegal alien, and Mystique gave him a favor, you know, to stay in the
He
U.S.
was born in Kenya.
He's freaking married to Mystique.
His middle
what
name,
does that
his
mean?
middle name is Hussein.
But everyone's assuming that Xavier left Cyclops, the school. But now that, you know, it's revealed that he's married to Mystique, what if Mystique gets control of the school? She would so love that.
She would
Isn't
love
that
Everyone
kind of
would
what-
hate
isn't
it.
that kind of what X-Men Evolution was? The
No,
cartoon?
No. Mystique was never in charge of the school.
Didn't she?
Oh,
wasn't
like,
she-
like the school, like the actual
Yeah.
public school.
Yes.
Yes, she was the principal
Yeah, I
in
was like,
disguise.
wasn't she like? Yes.
That's what I was
But-
gonna say.
But not in charge of, you know, Xavier school.
Well, guys, that's the end of this week's X-Mansion.
What?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Why?
guys-
You won.
yeah.
Oh!
It was 3-2.
So, Marvel, you
3 to
can
1.
add a tally to the board. That was
We
that was the
won.
end of round
We
4.
won
Yeah.
Guardians. We won Deadpool.
And
And
Uncanny
this one.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Uncanny
Yeah.
X-Men.
Okay, X-Men.
Lucas won with the X-Men.
Hey.
See that. All right. Sansnicked.
He has some kind of weird claw now.
That's odd. Yeah. All right. Which moves us into our next segments. Congratulations on the win, Marvel.
Thank you.
Watch your
got
back.
it, I got
It
it.
won't happen again,
Well,
so
go-
savor it.
Guru. Let's. I mean, was Uncle
I'm just
Scrooge
saying.
was Uncle Scrooge introduced in the comics?
No, but the other but the other comic book character, or the other characters in DuckTales were. So it's sort of a mixed basket.
Oh.
Ah.
We should add it to the list.
No.
Well, guys, I'm okay for taking the loss this week because we've got something very, very cool for next week. So, Adam, if you wanna.
What?
Switch to night vision. Secure the perimeter. Holy crap, it's Batman!
And it has Harley Quinn's boobs in it.
Next week, guys. Next week.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Moving on to our next segment.
Child, things will get
We
brighter.
gotta wait for the song to.
Okay.
No, let's go.
Someday, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Moving on to the next segment.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah,
Sure.
listen.
All right, do it again. Do it again.
Moving on to the next segment.
Do it again.
Moving on to the next segment.
Again!
Moving on to the next segment.
We have the Infinity Gauntlet. We are going to open it up to the audience. Who versus who, and we will use our intelligence to decide. And also your intelligence, because we take your ideas into account as well. So, for the Infinity Gauntlet, we're going to open it up to the floor. Who would you like to see battling who? Could it be Wolverine versus the Abomination? Maybe. Seems a little bit out of touch. I don't know. I'm kind of floundering here.
It's okay because the suggestions are already coming in.
Oh, everyone got
MK
it.
Ultra is saying Red Tornado versus Vision. You're doing it wrong. Says Nova versus Batman.
Nova versus Batman. Okay. Chris Pratt versus Jensen Ackles. I will take that on. Archer Man 19.
Everybody wins, basically.
Everyone's boners win. Even fem boners.
Well, what do you guys think? What do you want? A lot of good suggestions. What do you guys want to do?
I actually do like Deadpool versus Michael Jackson from Moonwalker. Are you sure Michael Jackson from Moonwalker and not who? What? The little Italian dude from My Cousin Vinny, Joe
Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Or like.
Guys, remember that Joe Pesci was in Moonwalker?
Or.
No?
Optimus Prime versus the Michael Jackson robot at the end of Moonwalker.
Oh.
There was
that's
a
good
giant
one.
robot with the face that opens up and he screams.
And it's real scary.
It's really scary. As a kid, you're like, what?
Yeah. There's a lot of spiders in that
Yeah.
movie too.
Tarantulas. Wolverine versus Black Panther. Blue Lantern versus Black Lantern.
Lantern.
TMNT
Later.
versus Spider-Man. Carol Danvers
Wait,
versus Wonder Woman.
all four of the Turtles versus Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Huh.
You want to do it?
Actually,
That's interesting.
that is interesting.
Yeah.
Which versions?
Well, obviously the Michael Bay version. I mean, they have nostrils,
We
so they
do.
can smell better.
We do.
Just pinch their nose.
Yeah.
Let's do that one just because it stopped us in our
Okay.
tracks.
It did.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus
Spider-Man.
Versus Spider-Man.
It's probably the weirdest matchup we've had on this show.
I have no facts to back this up, but I have to go TMNT.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know because Spider-Man does have spider sense that.
These aren't spiders, they're turtles.
Shut up. Yeah. Well, turtles have turtle sense because now they have smelling. No, because okay, let me gather my thoughts. His spidey sense borders on precognition. So it doesn't matter what they're doing. Unless Donatello has made some kind of device that can stop him in his tracks, he can bounce all over the place and just web them to the ground.
But see, here's the.
And they're just turtles. Like
Wait,
it's basically putting him up against.
They're not just turtles.
Thugs.
They're Ninja Turtles.
He's gone up against the Hand before.
They're,
And
But Ninja
won.
Turtles go up against the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
They win.
Yeah, but the foot's not as good as the hand.
I don't know.
I can't masturbate with my foot.
I knew that's where it was going.
I mean, maybe I could. I've never tried. I'll clue you guys in later. I have a lot of free time on my foot
You
now.
can stick your toes in things.
Oh,
Jesus.
Lucas,
It's-
come on.
Okay, well, my thought is that knowing that danger is coming doesn't necessarily make you able to avoid it. And in
That's
this
a good point.
case, he's fighting for highly trained
Yep.
teenage mutant ninja turtles.
Is
Turtles.
Splinter included?
No.
No, come on.
Okay. I had to
Come
ask.
on.
He does join the battle sometimes, so I had to ask.
You're right. He would tip the scale. Splinter is really, really
I don't
formidable.
think the scales need tipping. I think the Ninja Turtles have this one.
I think
Are
so
we
too.
talking about the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles
Michael Bay
or the
Ninja
original?
Turtles.
Well, I
Ninja
mean,
Turtles?
honestly, if we
Okay,
are
let's-
talking about the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles, one of the things that, I was watching something today about that movie is that apparently they're extremely strong. in the movie.
What?
They're bulletproof.
Yeah, and they're bulletproof. So
Well, there's
that does
shells, yeah, but
But
my
it doesn't matter
goodness.
because Spider-Man doesn't use bullets.
I'm
He used
so
Spidey
gonna
bullets.
see this movie,
Right?
and I am so gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know.
I heard it was
Yeah,
awesome.
the critics are all
yeah,
coming in
yeah.
saying it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I've heard
Well, of
positive
course they
things about
did. They
it.
got paid to do that.
Well, you never know.
Michael Bay, come on.
From what I heard, kids will love this movie.
Yeah.
People who grew up on the cartoon shows will hate it. When did this devolve into this?
Well, guys, more suggestions for the Infinity Gauntlet?
Wait, did we decide who we wanted?
Oh, I thought everybody had commented on
well,
their votes.
we didn't put in votes yet because I still say Spider-Man.
I say Spider-Man too,
say
because of
Ninja
his
Turtles.
spider sense, his spider strength, and his webbing.
I mean, his spider strength. There you go.
No, they have turtle strength, and they have 4 of the turtle strength.
How strong are turtles?
Okay, wait a minute. We could try something new. We could do like a 30-second presentation on either side and then allow voting to be open to let people know.
No.
No?
All right,
Alright,
Now
well,
you're gonna
fine.
make
Ninja
the
Turtles win.
Infinity
Just, no,
Gauntlet a
just start.
thing.
Just have them. Like, it doesn't matter. It's a discussion. That's what this is.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? And go ahead and give us your opinions while we chat about it
Leo
just a little
wouldn't
bit
use
more.
his swords. Parker wins.
Leo
Says
wouldn't use
Janice.
his swords. He uses his swords all the time. What do you? Look,
I
it'll be
say-
Spider-Man, and then the 4 of them will do their shell formation thing where they like spin up and they whack him
yeah.
right in the middle.
I say Spider-Man because
He'll
has
avoid that.
electrified web slingers and they suffer from shell shock.
Ooh.
Is there a pizza around?
That's
'Cause
what they
could
do.
use
That's what
that
they
to
do.
replenish their life.
Well,
Yeah.
you would have to assume the fight would take place in New York.
So there's
Right.
definitely
Well,
pizza around.
This could actually happen in real life, guys.
And in Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man was a pizza delivery guy, so maybe he has access to some free pizza. He could be like, "Hey guys, let's not fight, let's party, cowabunga!"
That is
Dudes.
the conclusion of this fight. They would all sit down and eat pizza together, and everybody would win. Yeah. What do you think?
Though-
Abu Druby says, "What the shell?"
I mean, if we go to the comics, guys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did go up against Cthulhu. That was actually a really good series.
Wow.
Bless you.
If you haven't read it, the H.P. Lovecraft Ninja Turtles weird thing that they did, I think 2 years ago.
That's so weird.
It was really cool.
Kuragari says, I saw Leonardo twerking in an elevator, and that's when I knew Michael Bay had ruined the turtle.
Oh, I saw that scene that came out today where
that was weird.
What?
they're in an elevator and they just start like
Oh,
dancing and
Yeah.
Big Dick Taker says TMNT because they will eventually be empowered by a song by Vanilla Ice, which will allow them to overcome any obstacles.
Well,
Go Ninja, go
There you go.
Ninja,
have
go.
you guys heard
Yo,
the new song for
It's Green
this?
Machine, gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get
Down.
There's them twerking.
Yeah, Guru has it up.
Oh, you're right. He's
It-
kind of spanking himself a little bit.
Uh,
Do they?
What?
In the original.
Oh, in the original.
In that
well,
scene
so
of dancing
that's
to Vanilla
Secret
Ice?
of the Ooze.
Can't say it to be fair that they danced there, so
They
But it's
did.
all synchronized.
But
they're dancing on
And then they went on.
still turtles dancing.
And then they went on tour, you guys. Pizza Hut took them on tour.
Yep.
They came out of their shells.
I saw what you did there because I remember the tour.
I have that
I
on
don't remember.
VHS, and I will bring it in, and we can watch.
There's an amazing
Coming out of
hour
their
and a half long behind the music documentary on Out of Their Shells.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Or you can
goodness.
also
YouTube.
you can also watch the Oprah interview the Ninja Turtles for the Coming Out of Their Shells
Oh,
tour.
I've seen that.
It is super painful to
It's
watch.
terrifying too. It's absolutely terrifying.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time you went wrong.
Oprah versus the Ninja Turtles. No, just kidding. What else do we got, guys?
We got the new Miss Marvel versus Wonder Girl. We got Rocket Raccoon versus Deathstroke.
That's a weird.
That is a weird.
That's
I
a
mean, I
weird
get where you're
matchup.
going with that one because they're both gunslingers.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne versus James Bond.
Bruce Wayne versus. Why Bruce Wayne and
Oh, well,
not Batman?
no, we can't take that one.
Gotta fight hand to hand.
Oh, because he has to fight him hand to hand.
Yeah, no back gadgets.
Good night, Telebro.
Baggage.
Night, Telebro. Man, I just want to answer that just because. But James Bond actually shoots and kills people. And if Bruce Wayne didn't have anything, he would get shot by a bullet.
So James Bond wins. Aha!
Yep.
Have we done Sentry versus Superman?
Wait, Matt's thinking. Look at his face.
I disagree.
He disagrees. He will. Have
Oh,
done
he'll
his
probably have
research.
that tin thing in his.
Just
So-
because it's Bruce Wayne doesn't mean that he's not
prepared.
I mean, half the time Bruce is wearing his armor beneath his suit or his tux anyways, and even when he's not, he's still... It's basically, they have all of the same gadgets. Bruce has his watch. James Bond has his. Bruce doesn't use lethal measures, but at the same time, if Bruce has any of his back gadgets on him, he's better trained than James Bond for sure. So James Bond has a slight advantage, but I don't think it's enough to win.
James Bond has a license to kill. Bruce Wayne has that Batman credit card.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, no, I mean...
Never leave the cave without it.
He has a license to kill, meaning that it's okay for him to kill. Bruce Wayne kills James Bond, he goes to jail for life.
But Bruce wouldn't kill, because as they pointed out, Bruce doesn't kill people.
Neither did Superman.
Neither did Superman.
Did.
Greg, why did you mention Lucy, the worst movie ever made?
Greg also didn't like Lucy, so...
It was so awful.
Bruce is a lady killer. But so is James Bond. So, the Hulk versus Green Lantern.
I still like that. Have we done Sentry versus Superman?
A long time ago.
Did we?
We'll
Okay.
do it again if you
Yeah,
wanted.
I mean,
do
it's
Sentry
been more than a year. We can go back to old ones.
Because I
If you
probably
wanna do
wasn't
it, we
here.
could do it.
No, I mean, there's a lot of other good ones on there.
Well,
But
right
that's
now
a-
we've got Gamora versus Huntress, Hulk versus Green Lantern, or Batman versus Captain America. But if people want to do Sentry versus
Superman.
we're doing what you guys in the chat wants to do. So,
Well, SD0 gets behind the Rocket Raccoon versus Howard the Duck.
Godzilla versus Optimus Prime. Godzilla, he's like so much bigger than Optimus Prime.
He'll melt him.
That doesn't mean anything.
How about Optimus Prime versus Megazord?
She's lying to you.
Godzilla versus Pacific Rim robots.
Godzilla
Jaegers.
versus the Jaegers.
Got the moves like Jaeger. Ice versus... Oh.
So let's pick one. Yep.
Greg. Oh yeah, let's pick one. Sorry. Let's do Sentry. Do you want to do Sentry? Just because he seemed intrigued by it.
Sure.
You've said it's been a year. We've been making good on the fact that we'll recycle them if people want to see them again, and it's been long enough. So, Sentry versus Superman. What say you?
Well, okay. So, it's pretty much the same character. Though the Sentry... I think the Sentry's actually more powerful than Superman.
And more deadly.
Well, because for those of you who don't know, Sentry was this character that was created by Marvel, like, what, in the early 2000s?
yeah, I want to say like 2003.
Yeah, it was the
2002.
early 2000s. That was supposedly a Stan Lee creation that was never, like, it was lost. Like, they made a comic book and then it was lost, and then they went through... They made this comic book series that made it look like he actually was in... He was in all of the comics to begin with.
So he's like Ant-Man in the Avengers movie. He was there the whole time.
Like, he was there the whole time. But the reason was that I forget who it was. Was it Reed Richards made it so that everyone in the world forgot the Sentry, because the Sentry has his arch nemesis. Oh, I forget what his name is, but his arch nemesis was one of the most extreme, powerful things in the universe.
The Void?
The Void. And so the Void thought the Sentry was dead, so the Void stopped attacking everything.
One sec. Don Juan, the number one, is reported for non-gaming material. Don Juan has been coming in here all the time.
I think Don Juan is missing the fact that we're playing Infinite Crisis in the bottom right corner. You can challenge our very own Neostorm by sending a tell or a friend request to ice_NeostormX. And Don Juan, the number one, use your eyes next time, buddy. Thanks for the false report. We're glad to have you here watching the comic book show, though.
But yeah.
Back to the Sentry.
But yes, so the Sentry, anyway, it was a big fake out. The Sentry, they messed with his memory, so he thought he was just a normal person. Then all of his memories come back, and it turns out he's one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel universe. As MK Ultra said, Superman is powered by the sun. Sentry has the power of 1,000 exploding suns. He's super powerful.
He's so powerful that they killed him off because it was getting too easy for the
Wait,
Avengers.
he's dead?
No, he's back.
Superman wins! Oh.
No, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's one of the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse twins.
Well, who
and
in
Uncanny Avengers.
who in the
just really quickly to point out though, isn't Nin Glendo like a record holder?
Yep,
too?
he is.
We're being joined by
Glenn Updike.
By Glenn Updike, yes.
Hi, Glenn.
A world record holder gamer. Thank you so much for joining us here for the comic book show.
You know
at
what
Twin
you don't
Galaxies
know?
Live.
Because you haven't been updated.
He's
on the show tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's he and his co-host Michael Soroka.
Oh, yes.
Settle It on
Awesome.
the Screen, which is happening here tomorrow at 7 p.m. PST. Never mind, Friday. Today's Wednesday. So tune in Friday for Settle It on the Screen, which is a new show we're debuting here, which is the live version of the show they've been doing for 6 years on YouTube, talking about classic arcade games and video gaming in general.
Nice.
Back to you. Oh, so my question was...
sports.
My question was, okay, so he's super powerful. Is there anybody comparable in the DC universe that is comparable to Sentry's power that Superman has defeated? Because we can use transitive property here to discuss this.
I'm
imagine
not
he's
super
probably matched
familiar with Sentry, to be honest.
Who would you guys say is like the most comparable to Sentry in the DC universe?
Well, what's that one sun guy in Superman 4? He
Solar
kind of
Man.
looks like him.
Solar Man. He does
The
look
one
a
that
lot
was
like
made
Solar
of
Man.
the one that was made of Superman's stem cells and nuclear waste.
And he had adamantium retractable fingernails, right? Is that what they
Oh,
were?
I do remember.
That was just really dumb.
I'm going to say, here's the thing, I'm going to say Superman.
I mean, that's not it. That's
You know
Star
why?
Wars.
Because you don't have anything else to say.
Why? Because I don't really know much about
You don't know
Sentry.
much about
But also, Superman has tended to just pull powers out of his ass.
Yeah.
Whenever he's like, oh, I could trap this person in an infinite time loop.
Yeah.
That was one of my powers apparently, and now he's completely powerless.
Sometimes he can arbitrarily make phantom projections of himself that have all of his own powers.
It's
Not
fun-
kidding.
it's-
1949 was the first year we saw him use that power.
So he's got
Bizarre.
something in that
This
bag
maybe
of
is
tricks.
53.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's funny you should say that. There's a list now on Ranker Comics about the absurd amount of powers that Superman has.
It's like 45 items
Yeah.
long.
He's
and-
got like rainbow things coming out of his
I remember that
fingernails,
too.
and he has a third eye in the back of his head. and
Sometimes.
What?
Yeah.
It's freaking weird, folks.
Why does
Yeah.
he have a third eye on the
Well,
back
no,
of his
like
head?
I think it's just like because DC can throw whatever they
Yeah.
want on him because he's an alien.
My
Gross.
thinking is if it's pre-New 52 Superman, Superman wins it. If it's New 52 Superman, probably Sentry.
Yeah.
The New
Did he
52
get
Superman,
nerfed?
yeah, he's been nerfed out pretty bad.
He's been
Although right
nerfed.
now he's Super Doom, so he's Doomsday-like.
Janice says I picked Sentry just to hear you guys say Superman would lose. I'm sorry.
No, well, thank you. 'Cause we never get to say it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say that.
There were a lot of them in here. Several people either want to see Optimus Prime versus somebody or Godzilla versus somebody. I saw a bunch of Optimus Prime things and a bunch of Godzilla things. Do we have time for
We
one
got time
more?
for one more.
One
so,
more.
well, before we decide to go with that, Don Juan, the #1, says, I'm debating to purchase the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus for $140. Should I buy it? I don't know what's in it, and I'm not a huge Infinity Gauntlet person. What do you guys think?
I've never read it, so Ben, that's up to you.
I will tell you this. It is huge. It's huge. Say it again, Rady. It's definitely worth the $140 because the Infinity Gauntlet is basically what is the DC's version of it? It's like Crisis, the Crisis
Yeah,
on
like
Infinite
Infinite
Earths,
Crisis.
and like Infinite Crisis. It's really big. I can't concentrate because of Rady. Oh God. That is also what she said. It might be worth it. The only issue is like all of the Infinity Gauntlet stories are super old. So if you're okay with reading like stuff that has been removed from continuity, a lot of that stuff has been removed from continuity.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's just because it's like from the 80s. Like the Infinity Gauntlet was like 80s, 90s.
Well, I will say this: if you're thinking about getting it, totally get it because when Avengers 3 comes out, that's going to be worth probably a lot of money. They'll probably have like a third printing by then, which will be less money. But if you have that first printing omnibus,
Yeah.
Could probably sell it for a lot of money.
Yeah, and just also know that they're not going to follow any of the Infinity Gauntlet storylines.
Of course.
In the movies.
Not at all.
At all.
Oh, he's familiar with it then.
Oh, speaking of which, Adam Warlock, they did just say that in Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the Easter eggs that you can see in the collector's zoo, his menagerie, is Adam Warlock's cocoon. James Gunn has gone on record and said, yes, that is Adam Warlock's cocoon, which is awesome. But if they introduce freaking Adam Warlock into this universe, I'm like, okay, well, we've dug to the bottom of the barrel now.
What's the horse face Thor? What's his name?
Oh,
Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray
Yeah,
Bill.
they say that. I don't think Beta Ray Bill's in the background. I don't think that's true.
And also, a certain person who shows up at the very end of the film is also in that collection.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yep.
Moving on.
Well, time for one more, guys. One more suggestion, or one more. He said it first.
Omar.
I was just giving it back.
Omar.
So we saw, some of the ones I saw were Godzilla versus all the Power Rangers.
It's probably going to happen in the Power Rangers reboot.
I'm kind of liking the teams of people versus one thing in a universe that, doesn't usually mesh.
I do like MK Ultra's thing.
What is it saying?
We should use that for later, if nothing else.
Celestials
versus the Anti-Monitor.
Huh.
That's actually really cool.
Groot
but we don't have to do that right now.
Treebeard. It would be Groot.
No,
Treebeard was pretty damn scary.
Well, let's pick
when
one.
When he got fired up. Yeah, we got to pick one, guys. Groot versus Rady's beard.
I also agree with you, Don Juan. That would be really fun.
It would be, I am Groot.
Vegeta versus General Zod. I don't know that we're very comic booky people. I don't know if we know much about Dragon Ball Z. I don't. Yeah.
This is my Frieza voice. This is how Frieza sounds.
It actually sounds like you're doing Harvey Firestein. Here, yeah, Harvey
I'm
Firestein.
Frieza. You're killing your mother. Light my cigarette for me, sweetie.
Zufu, welcome to the comic book show here at Twin Galaxies Live.
Namor versus man, these are all pretty good. Let's get somebody to second something that they've seen already.
There's a lot of Rocket Raccoon things going on.
There's a lot of Optimus Prime stuff going on.
Okay,
yeah, maybe we should do Optimus
and
Prime.
there was a lot of Godzilla stuff.
There was a lot of.
And somebody did say Optimus Prime versus Godzilla.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, Optimus Prime versus Godzilla. Godzilla. Sorry, he's just so big.
That's what she said. I knew it was coming.
But he is. He's so giant. Optimus Prime is not that powerful. He's just too big for any woman
Did you
or
just say
man to handle.
Optimus is not that powerful?
No, he's.
Oh, Goober's getting in.
He isn't. He's a very strong robot, but it's not like he has magic powers. He has a sword, occasionally.
Oh, Godzilla doesn't have magic powers.
Godzilla has he's radioactive, and he has fire breath, and he's large.
Optimus has a battle station that he pulls behind him that has chain guns on it.
Oh, I did not know that.
That's in his butt.
Oh.
Yeah, his trailer.
Is he riding but see, and Rady chimes in, he says, what did he say? Chain guns don't hurt Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said it like
I mean,
that's true.
Also, Godzilla is as tall as buildings. Optimus Prime is only as big as a semi-truck.
That's true.
And not only that, like a semi, like the just the truck part, not the trailer. Like, it's not very big. I feel like Godzilla would just accidentally step on Optimus Prime.
I think MK Ultra has it. He says he's still a robot, and a giant building-sized fire-breathing lizard pretty much takes it.
But because he's just a robot. He's not a giant robot.
Well, really quickly, Dobson1989, thank you for joining us. You've joined the comic book show here at Twin Galaxies Live. If you just played some people on Infinite Crisis who told you to come here, it's probably because we are playing Infinite Crisis right now. We have our very own Ice Neostorm X, who's taking on challengers and queuing up Gotham Heights. But we also have the Infinite Crisis Experience here on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. PST, where the Infinite Crisis Experience team is vying to become world champions at the game, vying to become some of the best. So if you're a fan of Infinite Crisis, you're at the right place because we play it often, and we're playing it right now, actually. In the meantime, we're chatting comic books. We're talking about not Infinite Crisis. We're talking about Optimus Prime versus Godzilla.
Now
it's,
there
it's
is.
Godzilla.
My money's on Godzilla.
Yeah.
If I can interject real fast.
Sure.
Optimus does get bigger when when he actually has a mega. He actually merges with his trailer, and he becomes much bigger than his normal size.
How much bigger?
At least double his size.
But see, double the size.
So double the size of a semi-truck is still just 2 semi-trucks. Which isn't the size of a skyscraper.
It's like the Ultrazord, right?
Is-
the Titan. What is it?
Is Optimus
Titan?
Prime
Titus?
fireproof?
What's the thing?
Can you melt him?
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
I'd imagine so. He did
He's made
enter
out
the
of metal.
stratosphere.
Yeah.
Well, here's the real question: can Optimus get eaten and then put the Allspark into Godzilla and
Oh,
somehow
that's right.
That's what
blow
she
up
said?
Godzilla from the inside? Is that maybe a
That's
tactic?
true.
That's doable.
Is that what she said?
I mean,
Kill
we're
him from the inside?
really reaching here. We're really reaching. But
There's precedence for him doing that.
did you just play Cheap Cherry? Oh, Cheap Cherry came in here because he is apparently not a fan of Neostorm's tactics at
Cheap
Infinite
Cherry.
Crisis.
Hi, Cheap Cherry. Welcome to the comic book show.
He didn't like the meteor drop in the bleed portal.
Don Juan says, I need to interject. Jace Hall can destroy Optimus Prime and tame Godzilla using him as a weapon. You have a lot of faith in Jace Hall. But just because he did do that last year doesn't
Yes.
mean he could do it again.
That was fact.
Yes.
It was luck.
It's canon, you guys.
All right, guys. Well, it's now 10:30, which means we're moving on to the last 2 segments of the night. Do you guys
However-
want to stick around, or should we shoot an
We're
outro?
gonna do the
for
best
it?
Yes,
signal
let-
first, and then we can. Whichever.
It's up to you guys. We got two bat signals. So.
Okay.
It'll take 2 minutes.
Okay. We'll do that then.
All right, guys. We are moving on to the next segment of the night, which is the bat signal. This is where we give you stuff. You can win stuff. That's right. We're just giving it away. Thank you guys for sticking us here for the comic book show. We broadcast every Wednesday night from 9 to 11 Pacific Standard Time. And for the bat signal this week, we have something very cool because The Wake number 10 finally came out. And I have been talking about this book nonstop the entire time. This book is amazing, and the ending does not let you down. If you guys have not read The Wake, I would really strongly recommend it. And you guys can win some issues right here. We actually have issues 7 and 8. And then we also have a set of 7, 8, and 9. And with both of these giveaways, we are giving away the John Constantine business card that was given out at San Diego Comic-Con. So if you win one of these sets, you will also be getting John Constantine's personal business card. It says Exorcist, Demonologist, and Master of the Dark Arts.
Ooh, look
It has
at
a
the quality
phone
of that
number.
paper.
And if you call the phone number, you can actually hear John Constantine's voicemail.
Good card
If you guys just want to know the number is 404-284-7182. But if you want to actually win the cards and win the Wake comics, which you guys totally want to do because the Wake is amazing, we are going to give 2 sets away right now.
You know what I'm going to do, by the way? I'm going to write this on the inside of a bathroom stall. Because how hilarious is that? It'll, like, for a good time, call, and I'm going to write that, and I'm going to see what happens.
Sure.
I mean, I won't know what happens.
People won't get it, but...
What if they disconnect the thing, the phone number?
Yes, and Greg is the one who actually introduced me to the Wake, and surely enough, the full run is out now. So really, 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 if you do not win, be sure to pick it up, and if you do win, definitely make sure to pick up the rest of the issues because it's a phenomenal series.
Can I see that one of the prize packets?
Yes,
We
here
got
you go.
We got to move quickly because these fellas got to go do their important business.
Yeah,
So guys,
we got
this is
business.
This is only eligible to people in chat, so I'm sorry, Greg and Guru. If Greg, I'm assuming you already have these, but Guru, if you want a chance to win this, we will need you to drop out of Skype. So this is a typing answer. But the first question, we'll just keep it really short and simple. The Wake has been running for 10 issues now. Who's the writer? Who's the writer of The Wake? I talk about it every time there's one of these issues out. If you can tell me who writes The Wake, then you can win number 7, 8, and 9 of The Wake. And the John Constantine business card.
Dun, 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 dun,
You know what I really like?
George R.R. Martin.
Optimus Prime, yes.
The answer is me, Archer. Face Poppies gets it right.
Face
Congratulations,
Poppies!
Face Poppies. You got yourself a copy of The Wake, number 7, 8, 9, and the John Constantine business card.
And it's a lot of people saying Alan Wake.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's really funny.
I'm not sure.
Zack
Maybe it's because
Schneider.
Alan Wake was a writer in the game.
Yeah, he was a writer in the game.
All right, so we've got one for Face Puppies. Do you guys want to come up with the question for the
Ben,
second one?
come
This
up
one
with the
is
question.
for
Do a
the Wake
Constantine.
No,
number
my
7
brain
and
is-
8.
I'll do
Your
a
brain
Do
is-
a Constantine question.
Do a Constantine question.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Constantine question.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to do a Constantine question?
Sure. It's from this.
We are. Jennifer's going to ask the question. This one's for a copy of the Wake 7, 8, and the John Constantine business card.
This is what I would have used for my evidence for one of the rounds. So it's super relevant. In last week's issue of Smallville, John Constantine makes an appearance. Who does he team up with?
It's with.
Who does he team up with? And I also love that Lucas's physical representation of the bat signal when you said it was he went.
It was actually more down here.
It came out of his
Like,
body. The bat signal.
Don Juan already knows the answer. It's Shia LaBeouf.
Nobody wants to team up with Shia LaBeouf.
Optimus Prime is once again being said as an answer.
It takes a little bit of Googling, guys. Or
Batman. Now they're just guessing.
Now they're just guessing.
I like that you're also assuming that people have read Smallville.
Oh well,
with Constantine.
it's Google. It's Google.
Oh, there it is. You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. You did it right there. Zatanna.
Doesn't he? That seems like a cheap one. Doesn't he always team up with her? Don't they fuck?
Zatanna. Do they?
Yeah. Zatanna?
Zatanna and John Constantine constantly do it?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, that's the whole thing with Justice League Dark. Like they're constantly boning.
Gross. Well, I did not know that. I don't actually.
They're intertwining their magical stuffs.
I don't read Justice League Dark, so I had no idea.
Magical stuffs.
Magical stuff. So we gotta do an outro and then
Yes.
continue the show. It's for editing purposes, guys.
Editing porpoises. We have dolphins on tap who edit our stuff.
Where did Matt
They're
go?
editing
So,
porpoises.
Face Poppies, and you're doing it wrong. I just put your winnings in the pile. If you could send me your addresses, my email address is Matt, M-A-T-T, not Mar, Matt, M-A-T-T, at twingalaxies.com. If you send me your addresses, I will get those shipped out as soon as possible. Guys, I don't know if you wanted any of these. These are
Whoa.
an
Hell
older
yeah.
stack of books.
Greg says if Matt wants to give it out, I'll gift a Comixology version of the Wake 1 through 10. Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
Wake was awesome. I would love more people. I would love for more people to read this. So if we want to give out another one, then yeah, I would absolutely be down too.
Greg's amazing.
Absolutely. Can we film
He's
an
amazing.
outro?
Yeah, we'll do that after the outro. So guys,
Yes.
stay tuned for this generous gift that just came in.
Yes.
This just in.
In the
Greg
meantime,
is amazing.
completely ignore what we're about to do. It's for editing purposes.
Editing porpoises.
Give me my comics.
So,
One of them does the outro this time.
yeah,
just
no,
to mix
go for
up?
it. Yeah.
Let Lucas do it because I
I
have
did it last
Lucas has
week.
done it
I did it
before.
last
I
week.
don't know
Matt's done it before.
I've never done the
All,
outro
all
before.
you just
Tell
say what you
them what
would
time it
tell them if
is
you-
and what they're watching, and come back next week.
Yeah, and Twin Galaxies Live.
I don't want to do it.
Yes, you do.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Twin Galaxies, the comic book show. We are here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll see you next week. So do it like that.
Yeah, do it like that. Do it exactly like that.
Do
With
it.
the at the end too, because that was awesome.
You what? All right, guys. Thank you for watching Comic Book Show on Twin Galaxies Live. We're here every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's it for us. See you next week. I love you. Bye.
XOXO. Okay.
All right. Now there's more
Hashtag
show.
There's more show. We're just
Yeah. Sorry.
Good seeing you guys. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
swinging by.
much.
We'll see
Sorry,
you
guys. That
tomorrow
was a
night.
fake. It was a fake. It was a fakey. Because I gotta go. I love you all.
We both gotta
Bye.
go. Bam!
Thank you so much. Feel better, okay?
It was a fake. It was fake throughout.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun. We'll see you
Good
tomorrow.
seeing you, sir. Thanks for swinging by. We will
thanks
catch
for
you
having
tomorrow
me.
night.
Later, Lucas.
Now, guys, to give away another one, Greg, who is joining us in Skype on Twin Galaxies Live 5, who is the bottom middle of the screen. Oh, I'm sorry, 6. Bottom middle of the screen has actually just offered a complete set of The Wake available on Comixology. So if you are the winner of this, you'll be able to access it almost immediately. You won't even have to wait for shipping, which is awesome.
I know. What
You want to come up with a question?
I know what we should do.
What should we do?
Secrets. In radio, we call this dead air.
Sure.
All right, guys. Here it is. Ready? The first person to send Greg Barbie a friend request on Facebook gets it.
But what if you're already his friend?
Unfriend him.
And friend him again.
Look at all these unfriends he's gonna get.
And then Greg has to tell us who it is.
That's gonna suck for him.
Well, he's clearly on his computer.
He's frozen,
ready
actually.
to just kill you right now.
Oh, is he? Or maybe he's just holding a displeased face. Is he actually frozen?
Looks that way.
He is frozen. He seems very
pissed.
unimpressed with it. He looks so pissed at me.
It's like, Jen.
I'm hoping it's frozen. Oh, it's unfreezing.
Or it just broke worse.
Ready to just reset it.
Ah.
So let's not do that one then.
Why not?
Because we're not even sure that he's still here. So how would A, how does he know that it's a contest? And B, how are we going to know who won?
Well, he's going to have a bunch of new friends now.
Well, by all means, you guys should friend Greg Barbie because he is awesome.
He has some great posts. He does.
Yeah,
but I don't think we
And
should
very
do the
sweet.
giveaway on that because there's no way that...
We'll friend him anyway. It's up to him if he wants to accept your
Yes, but you
request.
started the contest, so you need to either change the contest or you need to state that is what we're going with and then take the appropriate measures to figure out who won.
Let's see.
So-
Let's hear if Greg wants us to do that one.
Oh,
If he
he's
says
back.
yay or nay. Is he? Oh, there he is. Hi, Greg.
Ken L, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken L won.
Oh, he did.
All right. There it is.
Yay, Kennel Thomas.
So Ken L. Thomas is the winner.
Ken L, message me your email address and I'll forward it over to you tonight.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Greg. That was really cool and generous of you,
My
as
pleasure.
usual. Very cool. And Ken gets the benefit of an amazing comic that both Greg and Matt swear by.
This really is one of... And the Greg, have you read the conclusion yet?
No, I've been saving it.
It's everything I wanted it to be. Because they set up a very, very complex story. And at the end of issue 9, you're like, how are they going to end this? They did it very well. Very well. It all ties back together and it makes sense. And I was very pleased. So hopefully you guys will all go out and check out The Wake. But that actually moves us into our last segment of the night.
Yes, our last segment of the night. Shoot, we should have kept him around for the last segment of the night.
No, they said they had to take
Oh,
off.
okay, it's all right then. The last segment of the night is the Watchtower. This is where we kick back, relax, and just chat comic books. There are no rules here. You can say anything you want, ask any question you want, and we just discuss as if we were in the privacy of our own bedrooms.
Yeah, so if there's anything that you guys are curious about or want our opinions about or want the chat's opinion about, by all means ask us. D. Kendry is asking the question I was hoping was going to get asked. What is The Wake about? I can sort of do a mini sales pitch here about The Wake. The Wake is a phenomenal comic book. This really is a showcase of what comic books should be. Here at the Comic Book Show, we've been doing this for a year and 3 or 4 or 5 or I don't know, a while now.
7 weeks.
And we read every comic book that Marvel and DC publish every week. With that said, this is hands down the best comic series that I have read the entire time that I've been doing this show.
So put your hands up.
It's 10 issues long. It is a maxi series that is self-contained. You will not see these characters in any other story. They're an entirely new set of characters. The story is introduced with a set of scientists in modern times who have discovered a new species of aquatic life. And things go horribly wrong in a very 1980s sci-fi thriller action sense when they learn that maybe we're not alone on this planet and that there's something lurking beneath the waves. As the series progresses, we actually jump forward 200 years in time at the halfway point to be introduced to some new characters who are basically living 200 years after the initiating incident that changes the world. It's a phenomenal story about people and about adventure. I'm kind of at a loss for how better to describe this book, because it really is good. And not to oversell it or anything like that, but reading issue 10, it kind of gave me chills, because it's rare that you get to read something this good in a comic book. And it was really well done, like really well done. So by all means, guys, it's only 10 issues long. The collector's market is starting to pick up on these. It's getting harder and harder to find prints of numbers 1 through 3, I think. 4 or 5 and the rest aren't so bad. They did reprint issues 1 through 5 in one volume. Number 10 came out last week. So these issues are still available, but I would not be surprised if the collector's market makes these things skyrocket. I know the first printing of issue 1 goes for over $30 now. So you can still get your hands on them, but I would recommend getting your hands on them quickly.
Cool. 3Vizzo says, thoughts on Google muting Twitch videos now. What? It's okay. It's a good thing our show is mostly visual. Well, I hate to disappoint you, Face Poppies, but you are looking at the only 2 people left on the planet who have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy. So when I said earlier that there are no rules about what you can discuss here, apparently a rule is, if you want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, you probably shouldn't, because we don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen
We don't know
either.
anything about it. Yeah, no spoilers, please. Matt, are you excited for Gotham? Because I'm not. Your thoughts?
Well, while on the subject of Gotham, guys, if you were lucky enough to win one of the Bat Signals last week, we promised you one of the Comic-Con exclusive Gotham lanyards. We did bring them. I don't know if you guys can see the lenticular or not. I'm trying to show it. But it transforms between the comic book versions of the characters and the... I think that's doing it, maybe. Transforms between the comic book versions of the characters and the show's version of the characters. I have no idea if you guys can see that or not. And it's printed Gotham across the whole thing. We're sending these out with last week's Bat Signals as well. I am excited for the series. And I'm getting more excited for the series as the ads start to come out. Early critics were saying, you know, it's basically taking all the wind out of the sails. Like, why would you want to see Batman when he's a little kid? You want to see Batman as Batman. But more and more, I'm starting to realize the potential of this. Because when Batman started becoming Batman, he was surrounded by a whole bunch of gangsters who had already set up shop in Gotham City. And it all started, like the initiating incident, the one that they always go back to, is Gotham started turning bad the moment Bruce Wayne's parents died. So I think it's going to be interesting to see that no matter how hard James Gordon tries, the city will fall, crime will rise, it will all get worse. It's not going to be a story of getting better.
No, it's going to be a story of how Jim Gordon fails.
And
at things.
But that's kind of exciting to see, because TV these days is all about the heroes winning every time, and I think it's going to be interesting to see the rise of villains.
You know what's great about that also, though? It's like, I mean, if we're telling a cop story, which we're telling a cop story, you know, that's probably true to life to a lot of cops. You don't go around saving people all the time. There's plenty of times when you don't get there soon enough, you know, when you can't do enough, because you are only human. You have a uniform and a badge, right? So that is the tale that's probably going to be told on it, is how one man couldn't do enough to save the city when he was just a regular dude. Yeah. So he had to grow a mustache.
And Harvey Bullock looks awesome in it. Come on, Harvey Bullock! Like, I'm so stoked just for that one character. I want to see him, and I would love it if they would pull out Shotgun, who's by the time Batman comes around, he's a PI, but early on he was a member of the Gotham Police Department who couldn't handle it, so he started using a shotgun on people and went rogue. He was kind of an initial vigilante in Gotham. So I think was it Shotgun Malone? I forget his last name.
I don't think it was Malone.
I don't think it was Malone either. I'm thinking of matches. So.
It'd be overuse of the last name Malone in the Batman universe. Looks like Don Juan thinks Gotham is going to be awesome. Zufu says the night is darkest before the dawn unless it's daylight savings.
Big Dick Taker says, I just can't get excited about cop shows.
Oh, interesting. Well, you know what's funny? I know it's going to be good. I know it is because it's written by the same guy that wrote Rome, which is my favorite show of all time. Of all time. It was so masterfully interwoven, all the different storylines, and I know he's going to do that with Gotham too, which is important in an ensemble cast, as it will be. Oh, something you guys didn't bring up was that Marvel got the rights back for
Ghost Rider, Blade, and Daredevil.
Okay.
Marvel has had the rights for Daredevil for some time. They just started shooting the Netflix Daredevil series in New York. The first set photos have been released.
right.
Well, first set photos have been leaked of the guy who's playing Matt Murdock wearing sunglasses on a park bench. So you guys can see the guy who will be playing Matt Murdock, who's going to be Daredevil. And as far as Ghost Rider and Blade, I liked the last Blade movies. I liked all three of them.
Yeah, me too.
So even if Marvel has the rights, I would not want to see anybody else in the role. Wesley Snipes did a great job.
Well, he's
with
out of
that.
jail now, so.
Yeah, he can maybe start making some money again.
Yeah, I did see that.
SD0 is Gotham on Fox? Yes, Gotham will be on Fox.
Yep.
What do you think about Arkham Knight, Jennifer?
The game?
Yeah, Frankie Jr. 06
I think
asks.
it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be the best because the thing is, the games are all good, right? And then there's the Arkham trilogy, which has been great. Arkham Origins. Do they count that in the trilogy, or
No.
do they count it separate? It's a separate game.
It's the Arkham trilogy will end with Arkham Knight.
Okay.
Arkham Origins is an Arkham
Here's the
story,
thing.
but it's
This-
not part of the trilogy.
This is a game that is going to be so good and that Rocksteady put so much love into that they had to pass up doing Arkham Origins so that they could properly put their attention on delivering a bang-up Arkham Knight. So I expect nothing but the best, like, top-shelf gameplay out of this game, and it's going to be incredible.
And it's so crazy, actually, that they have stated that the Batmobile alone has enough information in it that it would take up an entire Xbox 360 disc. So just that one vehicle, that's why it will not ever be it'll all be next gen, because it just can't play on older systems.
Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. Wasn't the main villain leaked or something? If it was, don't tell us who it was.
We
don't
have
wanna
not
know.
heard anything about the main villain being leaked. In fact, the only things that have officially been released about it is that Rocksteady apparently invented a new villain, who is Arkham Knight. That is the name of the villain, the titular villain, who is going to be Batman's primary antagonist in this game, has teamed up with Scarecrow to bring Gotham to its knees.
That's awesome because Scarecrow's stage was the best one in Arkham.
Yeah,
Asylum.
it's the
Really
perspective shifts and everything. It was just crazy.
Face Poppy says, I think Blade died the moment Ryan Reynolds called a female vampire a thunder cunt in Blade 3. I should read these before I read them out loud.
Yep. Probably a good idea. The main villain is Optimus Prime. There should be a steampunk Batman series on HBO.
Gaslight Batman.
If you're really into steampunk and Batman, you should play Infinite Crisis, where there's an entire steampunk universe. Yeah. Who is the Arkham Knight? Asks Frank E. Jr. 08. We don't know. That's going to be the big thing. How come Harley Quinn looks like Harley Quinn from Origins and do not understand why they changed her appearances so much?
I'm not sure which Harley Quinn he's talking about.
I
Oh,
think he was from
he's
the
talking
game.
about Harley Quinn from Arkham Knight. She's changed costumes every time she's appeared. In Arkham Asylum, she was the nurse. In Arkham City, she was wearing more like leather goth clothes.
Yeah.
But then, believe it or not, in Harley's Revenge, she was wearing a darkened version of a bridal outfit. In Arkham Origins, she was wearing a completely different set. So every game they redesign her, and most of the comics feature different styles now too. Actually, this week's issue of Harley Quinn was the first time that we see her playing roller derby, explaining why the outfit. So yes,
Interesting. Yes, MK Ultra Harley, the animated series, the classic Harley, is the best, but the thing is, it's not very versatile, which is why I think they're letting people take so much liberties with the costume redesign, because it's so specific that, yeah.
And guys, seriously, next week we are going to be talking about Assault on Arkham. I was lucky enough to see it when I was down at Comic-Con, but we try not to spoil things for you guys, so we're actually waiting for the DVD release, but it is available online digitally already. So you guys can be watching it now, and you should definitely go and watch it before next week, because we don't want to spoil anything for you, and it was awesome.
Might I just say, I saw The Son of Batman. I thought it was okay. I thought some of the fighting scenes could have been better.
1 minute remaining.
I thought that what they did with Deathstroke was poor. I don't want to spoil it. But Assault on Arkham, amazing. You have to watch this.
Nice.
totally, you can't miss it.
And
That's
it's
one you have to
really
see.
dark and violent.
It's so
compared to the
dark.
others. They did good with it.
And it's a huge amount of characters in it.
Yeah. All right, You're Doing It Wrong asks, to wrap us out here, feelings on the new Grayson comic.
Phenomenal. I've read the first issue. I think the first annual came out this week, so I'm sure we'll be talking about it next week. But I love it. It's great.
Everyone wish Greg a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Greg.
It's Friday.
Hopefully we will be talking to you before your birthday.
Mwah.
For the rest of you guys with the last 10 seconds left, thank you so much for joining us here at Twin Galaxies Live for the Comic Book Show. Hopefully we'll see you next week at 9 Pacific Standard Time. Have a good one.